appendix. What's up, goats? How are you on this fine Monday evening? Here's your shepherd here, joined by that gentleman right there, the commissioner. We're going to get into some updated Dynasty rookie rankings. You know, we've done a ton of drafts. Well, I mean, most of us have done most of us are right in the thick of drafts.
Yes, we are right now.
I'm one pick. There's one pick away from me being on the clock at 3.3, ladies and gentlemen. So if the dude right before me does make his selection, we will cue in live for the 3.3 pick. But
Nice.
yeah, we're right in the thick of it. But between all the mock, this is exciting.
Just Dynasty?
This is
Okay.
it's a dynasty. I mean, I could tell you about the first round of this draft too, but we can get into that.
Yeah.
So yeah, we figured it'd be a good idea now that we're almost in the middle of the month, guys, to just
No shit, huh?
go through the updated rankings for these rooks. From there, that shouldn't take us too long. From there, maybe we could talk a little news and notes. Some parts of the schedule have been released, right?
I've just seen the first game of the season was Dallas and Philadelphia. That was
There's some other ones.
disappointing.
Oh,
I mean, I get it, but
the low hanging fruit would have been to put the Rams on against the Eagles, a rematch of last year's. That's the low hanging fruit. The schedule makers don't want to really telegraph it like that. So yeah, go on, put Jerry's team on against the Eagles, have them start off 0-1.
miserable in the box seats.
There have been some other games though that are released.
Okay.
We'll get into some of those if I can remember them off the top of my head. It's really something that again, it's part of that marketing gimmick that the NFL does so freaking good at. They keep us engaged 365. That's fine. That's all well and good. That doesn't mean here at the Fantasy Goats we're going to devote an entire show to it. The schedule is the schedule is a schedule. All right. There's some games that are gonna obviously we're gonna want to circle. They're the revenge games. Nevertheless, we'll spend some time on that a little bit later. There's some others. There's some other nice little nuggets. Nothing too crazy, but again, we'll get into Adam Schefter's tweet regarding Jaden Reed, which does kind of correspond. It does correspond to the rookie selection, 2 rookie selections. So yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense for us to talk about. It's not crazy. Yeah. It's nothing outrageous.
No, nothing mind blowing.
You know, again, this time of year, and it's not just the NFL. Everyone and their grandmother and grandfather and brother and sister that are content creators or reporters and analysts of this and that, we're guilty of it. We're guilty to an extent of sending in clips, sending in posts, videos, little short videos, this and that and this, amazing throw, amazing catch, this and that, and we all get all like, yeah, it's the smoke. It's the smoke show. All right, guys, all right, so let's get into the rankings. If you like that sort of thing, updated Dynasty rookie draft rankings. If you like rookie mock drafts, if you like real live drafts, just like the videos, subscribe to this YouTube channel. We got plenty of it coming.
Please.
As soon as we turn this corner, the commissioner will tell you himself. As soon as we turn this corner, which we turn it at a very fast rate.
Yeah.
We're full steam ahead. We're full steam ahead. Full lab ahead. Like we're in the lab right now, but like come June, I feel like we're in the lab. Like we open up like the refrigerator in the lab.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like they got like that walking ice box type of walk-in fridge. That's where like they keep They need to keep things cool. We'll take a look at that. All right, so Rhino, I figured we'll just stick to like 36 dudes. So, there were a lot more drafted than 36, but we'll just stick with 36. I've got the updated Fantasy Pros consensus rankings right now in a Superflex, in a PPR. It's Ashton Genty is the first one. He's been number one. He's not going to change or move from that spot. So it's Ashton Genty, followed by Cam Ward in a Superflex. It's Superflex. You're going to take the quarterback. I did as well. Not at 1.02, but I did do it at 1.03. My quarterback room is a little bit shaky, to say the least. A little bit shaky in this league in year 3. From there, it's Marion Hampton. And Travis Hunter comes in at number 4. That's debatable.
That's very debatable.
That's
because some people
debatable.
are thinking that. But if you saw, there's clips of him. They didn't show clips of him playing defense. They showed clips of him catching the ball on offense.
Of course.
So I think if they're going to be more, if it'd be more defense, then like on the sleeper app, it'd be quarterback, wide receiver, not wide receiver, cornerback. Maybe I'm thinking too much into that. I don't know, but that's how my noggin thinks of it.
Right now, he's being projected as an offensive player.
Yeah.
As of right now, I don't know. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Everybody that plays Dynasty and has a rookie pick in the first round is drafting him as a wide receiver. Now, what type of wide receiver? What could we project for Mr. Travis Hunter in terms of both his offensive production and his offensive snap percentage, his snap share altogether? And we're not just talking about snap share like him going onto the sideline for a sip of Gatorade.
No, him playing full series is.
Yeah, then we're talking about his snap percentage on both sides of the ball. That's a completely different story. We've said it before. We're going to say it again until we see it definitively. But as of right now, he's ranked. He's ranked 4th in a super flex. He's being drafted as a wide receiver, as if he never played corner, nickel, anything like that. Folks, if you see me keep looking at my phone, it's because I'm waiting for the alert. I keep hearing alerts through my ear. Here, I hear the alerts. I am live in a rookie draft, and I'm just waiting for the pick before me, and I'll be on the clock, and we'll cue in live for that. Okay, so then it's after Travis Hunter would be the first obviously prototypical wide receiver in T-Mac, Tetarola, McMillan. Trevion Henderson's after that. Jackson Dart is the second QB off the board because of a super flex. Yeah, he didn't go in the first round of this draft that I'm referencing right now. He didn't. He was selected in the second round. But look, again, if my quarterback room was shaky, and this is a self-assessment, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And everyone else has to do the same to their rosters. You may look if you feel that your team is strong at running back, if you think your team is really strong at wide receiver with Jamar Chase and Jesus, you selected Brian Thomas last year. I mean, like if it's one of those crazy situations, you don't need this guy. You don't need a wide receiver. I'm sorry. You don't need a wide receiver. You may want all right, so you're gonna stash now.
Well, not right away, but you'll need one.
Yeah, true. You may want Jackson Dart on your team and see how it goes in Brian Daboll's offense. Again, all the reports, all like the mini camp smoke is that he looks good. He looks good. We should. We should
throw him deep balls just perfectly. Bam.
We should shout out our friend Brady Ballers. So that's 50% of brainy ballers. The brainy part, he puts together
Yeah.
uh, a predictor score. Much like a relative athletic score, he does a what's called a star predictive score for these college prospects. He's got Jackson Dart predicted very highest graded quarterback over the last 10 years, or tied for the highest graded quarterback over the last 10 years. He has Jackson Dart with a score of 100. I'm guilty. I have not gotten too deep into the woods on his analytics, but I could vouch for them. I could vouch for the person. He's also a curator of awesome mini helmets that you might want
Very,
to
very
check
cool
out.
mini helmets.
Yeah, you might want to check those out. Customizable logo, customizable finishes. You could check the link out in our description. So yeah, Barstool got wind of one of his posts, got wind of his analytics, and I don't want to say that they copied it. No, I don't. I'm not going to go on. I don't want to go that far. No, they. I don't think they. I don't know if they. I don't know if Barstool credited him in the way that, of course, we are all attempting to get Brainy Ballers credited. But they did take his SPS scoring, predictive scoring for Jackson Dart and used it in one of their posts. That's great. That's fantastic. Barstool. They're actually in the news for something sports related. That's fucking
Yeah.
fantastic.
No kidding.
But yeah, so shout out to Brady Bones. So yeah, Jackson Dart's getting smoked too, rightfully so. The Giants traded back in for him. He looks good. Great. Let's move on. Quinshon Judkins, number 8. Quinshon Judkins, ladies and
He's
gentlemen.
going ahead of RJ Harvey.
Right now he is.
Wow.
I think what it's telling us is that Quinshon Judkins, coming from the Ohio State, RB4 as of right now,
Mm-hmm.
landed in a really good spot. Not that RJ Harvey didn't land in a good spot with very little competition, but Quinshon Judkins, I think I think what we're going to get out of him and his utilization might be a little bit more productive than what we may get out of RJ Harvey, or at least that's what the market is telling us right now. Again, it's so negligible, goats.
Mm-hmm.
Where like, look, if RJ Harvey is your flavor of coffee or ice cream, and his landing spot being equally as good as Quinshon Judkins, and by all means, RJ Harvey, go ahead and select him ahead of Quinshon Judkins. The only thing I would say about RJ Harvey, and you know what? Let me just wait. We'll wait till we get to RJ Harvey. RJ Harvey didn't crack the top 12. Yeah, he's actually number 13, RB6. After Quinshon Judkins is Mbuka. How you like them apples?
They've been talking about since the draft. Not just the people we see daily, but also like the talking heads on the stations are talking him up. So it kind of makes sense that he's there. You know, but that's a preference to.
Yeah, so like we were talking him up before he was
Oh
drafted.
yeah,
All right. So then he kind of got like a not the most optimal landing spot. The
not at
first
all.
the first knee jerk reaction was, oh, he's wide receiver 4 on that team. Oh, I mean, he landed in such a bad spot, such a crowded wide receiver room. That was the narrative.
Yeah,
That was the knee jerk reaction. That's not the right one. It's
that was
not the
the
correct.
blind knee jerk reaction because my reaction was a lot worse than that.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
the puller. There was
yeah.
he's in a crowded wide receiver room. But look, folks, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers may just be playing Dynasty like we are right now, currently.
Mm-hmm.
B, well, one A to that is, oh, Mike Evans, man, come on, God bless you, Mike Evans. You've had yourself a fantastic career. Is this gonna hold up? Is Chris Godwin going to hold up? What if they just drafted to make sure that Baker does not miss any tools?
Yes, because they're pretty quiet on Godwin. There's nothing. I haven't seen any reports in his training when he's get back at
No,
all. At
no.
all.
Yeah, no, we have nothing on Godwin right now.
Only well they feel comfortable in it because they gave him a 3-year, $66 million contract, wherever it was. Okay, well, you're not telling me anything. So he might be put on the pup to start the season. Maybe we don't know. If that's the case, you got McMillan, then you got Ibuka, and then Evans.
That's
And
right.
who knows? Let's say that does happen. Who knows?
That's right.
Yeah.
He's one PUP list away in Buka, or he's one
Uh-huh.
I pulled up hammy again at 32
Yep.
years old. One hammy away, Mike Evans away from
Yeah.
getting inserted. So yeah, look, and not to mention he got the capital, he got the first round wide receiver grade. Everything else in the pre-draft process was super glowing of this dude.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
He's a fantastic slot receiver, which I would not be surprised if he could play any wide receiver role that they ask of him. He's a fantastic leader. He's got fantastic pedigree. So yeah, I like this pick, and you know how much I liked it. I've got strong wide receivers, and I still drafted him at 1.12. I'm bought in. I was bought again. We were bought in. We were
Yeah.
bought in. I would have loved for him to have landed somewhere else, but I'm okay with this landing spot as well. I am. Next on the list here after Emeka will be Tyler Warren. Tyler Warren, it's a tight end premium. You know you're going to get one of these tight ends to go. Tyler Warren still seems to be going a little bit more ahead of Colston Loveland. That's what this is telling me.
Because there's probably because of the receivers that in Chicago compared to Indy and the quarterback play in Chicago.
Where did I take? I took Tyler Warren ahead of Colston Loveland, I think, also. See, this is what happens. Goats. Oh, just don't try this at home unless you're really, really like just something's like missing upstairs, like it is with me and him. But don't try drafting several leagues at the same time with several different notifications coming in, like 24/7. So I'm saying to myself, yeah, I know I drafted Tyler Warren somewhere, and that now I need to go look and see where. But yeah, I took Tyler Warren. Also, look, I'm gonna go with, again, it's the pre-draft process. I know Colston Loveland's getting a lot of momentum, and it's pushing him up based on where he was drafted, his draft capital, along with some of, like, again, that narrative, that Ben Johnson narrative, and we're gonna talk about another rookie real soon. Again, based on landing spot, based on the narrative on how he might be used. It's going to be Lex Luthor Burton, but he's coming up soon. After Tyler Warren at 11 is Caleb Johnson, then Colston Loveland, then R.J. Harvey, and then at 14, Matthew Golden. So
really,
Rhino, yeah.
I like Matthew Golden.
Just based on those last few. Here, let me get this up for the folks to see what we're looking at. You like Matthew Golden?
Yeah, just because Jaden Reed was told you're number one receiver does mean that he will be number one receiver.
I don't know if they actually said that. Wow, Shepard's mom is so cool to explain that. Yeah, I know. My mom loves Star Wars. She loved Star Wars. May she rest in peace, James. May she rest in peace. Yeah, no, she was a big Star Wars fan. You can get me for my birthday next year. This is really vintage, rare. Anakin. We need to get an Anakin.
I'll get you something from Spaceballs because that's better than Star Wars.
No, I don't want any Spaceballs. That's not the. That's not the same. That's not the same. The Shepherd's mom is so cool. I like that, James. Please tell me we know James.
Not sure.
Not sure. All right, so James, Rhino, Caleb Johnson, coming at 11. They just brought in Trey Sermon. I'm not sure if that does anything to Caleb Johnson. I'm not sure if it does anything to Jalen Warren. However, I don't really know if, I mean, we knew that Caleb Johnson being drafted the third round was going to get some of the timeshare with Jalen Warren. Now, whether he takes over or not and gets like a solid 70-30, 75-25, that's up to him for the taking as far as I'm concerned. But they want to at least have Jalen Warren on the field to start off with on third down. He's the more experienced professional.
Yeah.
But
they
look,
trust him. They trust him. They trust him. They trust him. You know?
Mr. Magic Goat. What's up, Mr. Magic Goat? Redraft rank these guys. JJ, Puka, Malik, CD Malik. I mean, I just drafted Malik ahead of all of them, to be honest with you. That's me, though. That's me. I think Malik has a fantastic chance and a fantastic opportunity to finish as the wide receiver one. He is getting a significant quarterback upgrade. Now, Justin Jefferson you're not going to go wrong with that selection either, right there.
No, I put Puka last.
You're not going to go wrong with Justin Jefferson because we've seen the evidence of him being absolutely quarterback proof. And even if he does only score 9 times, 10 times.
Yeah, if he's catching 8 passes for 100,
he's gonna. His floor is like 1,500 yards and 100 catches is his floor. So I mean, like it doesn't get any more safer than that and fantastic.
I go JJ, Malik, CD, and Puka. That's how I'd rank them.
CD is kind of like the Joker wild card here now, right? Because like before they brought in Pickens, CD was like, oh, CD with Dak, he another 1,1600, 10 plus touchdowns, 100 ball season is definitely in the cards. It's definitely, and I'm not suggesting that it's not in the cards anymore, because bringing in Pickens could very well help that, but conventionally speaking, he is also due now. George Pickens is probably their best wide receiver to upgrade that they've had with CD Lamb, since CD Lamb was a wide receiver too.
Exactly. Since Amari Cooper was wide receiver 1, and then Lamb too.
I mean, so like if we need to put things in perspective, so now he's playing alongside of the best wide receiver that he's had in his career. You would think that it would kind of eat a little bit into his production. That's the way I'm thinking. That's the way I'm looking at it. And that's not to say that having George Pickens there totally hurts CD. It doesn't. It should help CD, but I just don't know where the ceiling is for CD. Or I should say, I think the ceiling is as high as it was.
With a healthy Prescott, his ceiling is higher.
Would it be crazy to draft London over BTJ?
Nope.
I wouldn't call it crazy. I really wouldn't. If you believe that Drake London is in line again for 150 targets, well over 100 balls, if you believe in Michael Penix for a full season, Drake London could be in line for a fantastic year again. Conversely now, Rhino, where's the ceiling for Brian Thomas Jr. now that we just talked about his quote unquote his wide receiver made in Brian in Travis Hunter. I mean, like you got to consider that as well.
Yeah, I think his thing's about as good as it was last year. But with Liam Cohen, that's a whole different animal. If he's going to be playing the Mike Evans role, and Hunter, where's Hunter playing at? He's not going to drop too much from last year.
Let me ask you something. When we say this Liam Cohen role, and I don't mean we as in the two of us.
No, just everybody.
Yeah. What do you think everybody is really referring to? What is this man? What is Liam Cohen's credentials besides the last year or so in Tampa Bay with Mike Evans?
Or his time with the Rams too. So there's
that's what I'm looking for. That's the answer to my question.
Yeah.
And his time with the Rams was when?
3 years. See, last year he was with Tampa. Year before he went back to college, and then
was he with Cooper Kupp, Bobby Trees, OBJ?
No, he was with Cooper. He was before Nakua, so year before Nakua.
That's the year before Nakua. Isn't that the Super Bowl year? Or no, that's not the Super Bowl.
That was year that they went like 5-12.
No, but the point I'm getting at is like, okay, so this guy, I mean, is he really some sort of mastermind?
Well, I think a lot of people base off because the Sean McVay system, the Shanahan system, they all gel together.
Yeah, so I got one good season of Mike McDaniel also because of Tyreek Hill, and nothing really else to show for it. I mean, we know him to be a good play caller. I mean, like,
we'll see.
Yeah, well, of course we're gonna have to see. But so Mr. Magic.
Well, it's still different from Ben Johnson being head coach.
The goat that Magic is asking some great questions.
Yeah,
and we're going through it right now. We really are because we're right in the thick of our first redraft. Our redraft way too early, but not way too early. It's not freaking early. Would you rank Nico over London? No, I wouldn't. I would not rank I don't believe in. I mean, I would rank London over Nico, and I could get on board with London over Brian Thomas Jr.
Yeah.
If again, if you believe in Michael Penix, you've got to believe in that offensive system right now with Bijan supporting it as well.
In the second season under Zach Robinson,
and if you're getting and GOAT, if you're getting skittish on BTJ because of Travis Hunter, then I would confirm that for you. Yeah, I would say there's good reason to be. Because again, he if he is who everybody thinks he is in this very, very talented wide receiver, he's going to be getting targets. He's getting targets. He's gonna be catching balls. How much could go around? And okay, can we get on board with Michael Penix? Can we get on board with Trevor Lawrence?
I might be more on board with Michael Penix than Trevor Lawrence right now. We'll see. Bucky. Taking Bucky Irving in the second round over CMC. I'm taking anybody over CMC in the second round.
I was sniped. Let's show him. Let's show the GOAT right now. Let's show him. Why not? Why not? We're here for the GOATs. Draft room. The notifications are flying. Got a lot of creators and analysts in this league, Mr. Magic. So here, let's get it up. Let's get it here. Present. Nope, that's not it. Son of a. All right, one more time. Share here. That's right. That's right. Boom. In progress, baby. In progress. So the question was, who would you do besides CMC? Well, this will give you a good idea. Taking over CMC. So you saw Genty, Brees Hall went before CMC was on the board. Derrick Henry was selected while CMC was on the board. Look at all these players. Here's your Drake London and BTJ back to back. I get it. I get it. Our guy AB, who you see on here often, mock draft Matthew, mock draft Marvin, AB. He took London before BTJ.
Yeah.
So I mean, this isn't out of the question. It sure as hell ain't. Oh, and I'm almost on the clock over here too. See what I'm talking about? We got 2 drafts. Rhino may just have this one, unless he's in.
I just have this one right now. Yeah.
You know, I'm in 2 drafts, going back to back. We're in the heat of it. Who on that mock?
Well, this is a real draft, Mr. Magic. This is a real draft.
This is a real draft. This is a real draft, real league, real dues, all that stuff. Who would I say? Who in this real draft has the best team? Who do you? Come on, goat. There he is, right here. Neighbors, McConkey. We went with Chase Brown. No one was higher on Chase Brown than you and I, Rhino. Nobody on the face of the planet.
I know. We're not. Yeah.
I went with Joey Mixon over here. I'm not crazy about that pick. I'm really not. That's why I felt a lot better taking Quinshawn with the upside right there, starting 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers, and 1 flex. Take Jordan Addison there. Jordan Addison's kind of like a new version of Devontae Smith / Jalen Waddle, I would say. He's kind of like in that same classification. Really good wide receiver 2 on the team. That's going to get good production because of the alpha that's on the team. So I went with Jordan Addison there. You know, my tight end is like, all right, whatever. It's a good brand. Good brand tight end right there. I probably will get another one by like pick 13. Give me an early number 1 player at each position. Rhino, give the GOAT early number 1 player at each position.
Oof. For wide receiver, Chase. For running back, Bijan Robinson. For tight end, Bowers. For quarterback,
Jack Bowers.
I would go Lamar. I still need it. You and me both need to still draft a damn tight quarterback.
I'm gonna go. Quarterback is still going to be Josh Allen until somebody.
I was flipping the coin.
Until somebody shows me otherwise. Until he shows me otherwise, it's going to be Josh Allen at quarterback. It's going to be Bijan Robinson at running back. I think Malik Neighbors is going to finish wide receiver 1. But I mean, you know, I understand that Jamar Chase is still, as it is right now, the best wide receiver in the game, and he has been for years.
Mm-hmm.
We just got the production from it last year. Tight end, I would. You're gonna go Bowers, I guess.
Yeah,
Trey McBride
too.
Trey McBride. I mean, I think Brock Bowers is going to see less targets, less receptions, maybe some more touchdowns, so that will offset. You know, he's getting a quarterback upgrade, but they've also the team is upgraded altogether. Yeah, McBride and Bowers are
on their own here. Yep.
1 and 1A. So I mean, like, do you want to who's tight end 3? Tight end 3. Who's tight end 3 here? Hawkinson. No. 1, 2. Tight end 3 is Hawkinson.
Yeah.
That's you?
That was me. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's a drop off. I may even put Sammy Laporta.
I'd probably put. I like Hawkinson because of JJ McCarthy. Technically his first year, so I like the that.
I would probably go Laporta.
Yeah.
And in the 5th round right there where Brian did it is not terrible either.
Mm-mm.
He probably could have waited to the 6th, probably just based on what I'm looking at right now. But Sam Laporta could exceed that ADP and get back to his 2023 season. That's why we're getting him at a discount right now because of last season. Kittle being drafted right there, Magic. That's where Kittle's being drafted like the last 3-4 years. I mean, that's his ADP. That's a safe bet right there. Also in the 5th round, George Skittles, new contract. How did Mark Andrews fall to the 7th round? Like, I'm surprised with that. I mean, he's definitely better than that. I know he was he was up and down last season, but shit. He still scored like what, 10 touchdowns, 11 touchdowns?
Yeah, I think most of those were like last half of the season too.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah. I remember the beginning of the season, everybody was like pounding the table for Isaiah Likely. Yeah. He started. He came out of the gate shitty. How do I feel about Jackson Smith and Jigba? Will he be steady or do better? I'm a little hesitant. I'm a little hesitant based on the price.
And I'm hesitant because of the O line.
Well, the O line should be improved.
We'll see. I think they drafted one person O line.
Zabel,
that's it. But there's still a lot of damn holes on that. One person is not going to fix the 29th ranked offensive line.
No, but didn't they address the rest of it in free agency? I'm pretty sure they did, and we will cover that. Don't you worry, we will cover the NFC West once again. Now that we are post-draft, Commissioner Rhino will not be on the show for that. For the NFC West. It's the quarterback. And combined with an offensive line that's still, I guess we could call it coming in questionable. We think they're improved. I think they're improved, but I don't really think they're improved at quarterback. I don't believe in Sam Darnold will replicate that type of success that he had last season for the majority of last season under that head coach that he's going to now have all of a sudden in Seattle with a defensive head coach. And everything screams fade on the quarterback. So if that's the case, then I don't know if we're drafting. I think we're drafting JSN a little high. I like the talent. I believe in the player. Is that big draft energy I see in the draft? Yes, it is. It's his league. It is.
It's his league, but the Goats will dominate it. The Goats will dominate it.
Mr. Magic. If that's your dude, if big draft energy is your dude, then we are definitely dudes. We are definitely goats. What else? What else could we do here? Get back to the rookies?
Yes, go back to the rookies.
The Wookiees?
The Wookiees.
I got Wookiees up here too. I got some bookies. Okay, we'll stop sharing this guy. We get back to the pros over here. All right, so I think we left off with Matthew Golden, and Jaden Reed, and Romeo Dobbs, and freaking now Savion Williams. I mean, like, yeah, so, like they're gonna want to, of course, make Jaden Reed the focal point, and the whole idea of them drafting a wide receiver in the first round is to support the entire operation, the whole entire passing game. It's to support those efforts.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, look, they believe very much in Jaden Reed. Jaden Reed's role, what Jaden Reed does for that team, and what he does for that playbook, I should say. Yeah, and Matthew Golden, I kind of feel like Matthew Golden came down a few steps. Yeah, right now. -5 ECR versus ADP.
Yeah, there seems to be some fade on him.
There is, yeah. And now I'm not sure if that's recency bias, like the Green Bay Packers, just like kind of sort of like.
I think they're just based off what they saw. There wasn't not enough for them to see last year, and he couldn't win out when he was at Houston against a bunch of nobodies. So I think that's their narrative they're throwing out right now. You know, whatever.
Sure.
Just go and watch the tape.
You know,
he's fast and catch. He's probably more durable than Christian Watson.
Yeah. Let's hope he's more durable than Christian Watson. Let's hope so. Look, I mean, Matthew Golden, again, he got the draft capital. He closed out his collegiate career strong. You know, he separates.
Ran a 4.29.
I mean, he's fast as shit. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, he's got a lot working for him. He's got a great head coach, offensive, schematically gifted head coach.
He's got a great quarterback.
They got a good head. I mean, like this, everything is right there for the taking. And Jaden Reed, look, if you're worried about it, there's only one thing to do, buddy. Execute.
Mm-hmm.
Execute. Be open. So therefore, Jordan Love doesn't have to go to the second read. No pun intended. Lex Luthor Burden, ladies and gentlemen, he's getting smoke moving up the boards.
He's getting smoke. He's getting a lot of smoke.
He's getting smoke.
Him and the stuff that Ben Johnson's doing for him, and blah, 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 blah.
Why don't we just call him Amon Ra Burden?
Yeah.
I mean, look. Again, I'm just going to go right back to the pre-draft process. This man is kind of like a 2-3 trick pony. Now, Ben Johnson's going to obviously selected him this high. He's going to take advantage. Is that the right word? He's going to play to the strengths of this dude. Put him in good spots, advantageous positions and situations. Okay. But what does that really look like, though? What does that really look like? So what? 7 targets? 8 targets? What does that really look like when you've got DJ Moore there, when you've got Romo Dunze there, when you've got now Colston Loveland there? What does that really look like when you've got what we think is a very good quarterback, but yet the damn head coach was hired to unlock the quarterback. So what is Lex Luthor really going to do? Now, again, let's pause. Let's take a step back. Make sure we have our Dynasty hats on. It's a second round. We're basically throwing darts anyway.
Mm-hmm.
on most of these guys, as a matter of fact. Not just the second round. Most of them we're throwing darts. So look, if something would have happened to the DJ Moore is out of Chicago after this year. Lex Luthor Burden looks really, really good come top of November on. Or we see him like really spike like all of a sudden in a wild card game. And I get it. Second round
This is
selection, I
this
get
is
it.
all this is all I know is the fact that Ben Johnson loved Odunze last year, right? He wanted to draft him, and his draft pick was Burden. So who's odd man out with that? If DJ Moore might not be the Ben Johnson guy, he might end up being the de facto number 3 receiver on the team, right?
Yes.
I mean, that's the $1,000,000 question, but
Yes.
that's how I look at it.
Yes. Yeah. No, and that gives me every reason to just pretty much stay away from the entire situation.
Yeah.
With one exception. Possibly two exceptions should something not change in the backfield, because as of now, it's still remarkable that it's the running back room that as is presently constituted. Let's not be surprised if we see J.K. Dobbins in there.
Yeah.
Maybe Nick Chubb. Maybe Nick Chubb. That's a long shot. I would put my money on J.K. Dobbins. Yeah, absolutely. What if Rome is the what if DJ Moore is DJ Moore? Okay, because he is the more established NFL wide receiver.
Right.
And what if it's Rome? Yeah, no, it's the makes me kind of stay. That's why I stay away from the Texans situation. We got burnt last season with Tank. We're done with that. It's Nico, and that's the end of it. There's no Jaden Higgins. There's no Jalen Noel. There's no Christian Kirk. Their tight end stinks over there as well. Did they draft a tight end? They didn't draft a tight end, did they?
I don't think so. Gunnar Helm to the Tennessee Titans.
I don't think they drafted a tight end.
No.
Dalton Schultz stinks. Joe Mixon is on his last tour.
And they got my boy,
Woody.
Mr. Marks.
Woody, don't flag us, Marks.
Remember Marks.
Yeah, so Luther is followed by Trey Harris. I know you like Trey Harris.
I think he's gone up. He's gone ahead in the rankings ahead of Higgins, huh?
One spot ahead of Higgins, and he's right now flat. So no real change.
No, Matthew Berry. I get the Fantasy Life email every morning.
Okay.
And he's fading on Higgins. He's pretty much telling everybody just slow your roll on this guy. Slow your roll on him. It's like, okay.
I was never on him. After Higgins is Scatterbrains, Cam Scatterbo, again, I'll say it. I've said it before. We're going to say it again. We may say it again tomorrow. We may say it again on Thursday or Friday when we do our mock draft. Mr. Magic Goat, if you're still with us, we'll do a rookie mock this Thursday. Guys, please like and subscribe to our channel. Please support our efforts. We're trying to reach a goal of 500 by kickoff. I think we're going to get there. I'd love to accelerate that. If there's anything, any type of content that you're not receiving, send us a direct message. We'll produce it for you. We'll get it out there. We'll get it to you, one way or another. Cam Scatterbo. Then Jalen Milroe would be QB3. Jack Bauer-Besh, wide receiver 8. Tyler Shook.
His stock, I'm thinking his stock went up after Derek Carr retired.
Plus 17. I wonder. This is probably good for a whole entire show. I wonder if they knew it. I wonder if they just knew it and just didn't get announced, and that's why they went and drafted Shook that high.
They had to have had some kind of assumption about it.
No, I don't mean like the injury assumption that they knew. I wonder if they knew he was going to announce retirement. They couldn't have. They couldn't have gotten that lucky.
Yeah, because they saved a bunch of money by him retiring, and that team is a salary cap hell.
No. But what I'm saying is like put yourself in the front office shoes right now, and Derek Carr just announced his retirement, and general manager Mickey Loomis turns to his deputy GM or vice president personnel. Oh, God damn. I'm sure glad that we drafted Tyler Shook in the second round. Man, did we get lucky. Can't believe we got that one. They could have gotten that lucky.
What happens? How much does the stock drop in the next 3 weeks if Aaron Rodgers signs with them? Do you think it drops or do you think it stays the same?
No, it's gonna drop.
Yeah.
It'll drop significantly. Because right now Tyler Shook is being drafted. You're getting a starting quarterback as is right now.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Rodgers goes there, now you're getting Shadori. You're getting a backup quarterback now. That's the difference. It'll drop. It shouldn't drop that bad, but it'll drop. Kyle Williams is at 22. Tootin is 23. There goes Jalen Noel at 24. Here's Shadori at 25. Dylan Sampson is 26. Any of those guys stand out to you?
Sampson stands out to me.
I
still think they're going to go with a 2-back.
I think they're going to go with the 2-back also. It's just not going to be like that type. I just don't think it'll be as what we are projecting it to be. You know what I mean? I know
you think it's be more Jerome Ford and Junkins, but
like I think that they are very happy that they drafted Dylan Sampson in the fourth to be behind Quinshon Judkins, and I think they're also very happy that they have Jerome Ford there. And I think they're very happy with their running back room, and they know that out of the three, that Quinshon Judkins happens to be the most talented. He's going to get the first crack at it.
Yeah.
If the Browns happen to be winning in the fourth quarter, we would expect Quinshon Judkins to be closing the game out.
Yes.
Now we're not going to get much of that, unfortunately.
Probably not.
We're not going to get that much of that.
Probably not.
But if it's like again to start the game, to start the second half, if they're winning in a ball game, they're going to want to just fucking pound the ball. Mm-hmm. And Dylan Sampson, I think, will add a nice dimension. I do. I think he'll add an element to what they want to do in terms of their rushing attack. So there's nothing. Dylan Sampson right now at RB9.
Where's Jaden Blue and
next?
Is he? What about Rashard Smith?
Rashard Smith. I don't know if he's in this top 36, but let's take a look. He's not. Nor is DJ Giddens. DJ Giddens is 37. Jarquez Hunter is 38.
He's gone up in rankings too.
Jarquez is -5.
He's -5 now. He was okay.
DJ Giddens is -9. I'm not sure if I agree with either of those either. By the way.
What about Woody Marks?
Woody. What is Woody? Ladies and gentlemen, we're on the clock. Woody Marks is down. 45, RB17. We're on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Let's do this. We will make the selection in the Fantasy Fanatics Dynasty League, where we are rebuilding this roster to contend this season and to win it next year.
What's your first 2 picks?
Oh man, boy, did I botch that. You don't even want to know. I'm not sure if I want to share it publicly.
Well, no. You say you botched, but you won't know. You won't know if you botched until the season starts.
No. I botched it.
You're drafting the third 103.
Yeah, I had Kessler. Cam Ward was selected, but I wanted to be a good league mate and set the queue up because the league started at 10 o'clock. The draft started at 10 o'clock. So I set the queue up. I set it up, put Ashton Genty 1, then I did Marion Hampton, then Cam Ward, then I did. Then I'm pretty sure I did Travion Henderson, and then I did Tet. But then I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute, hold on. It's not a lock that Cam Ward falls to me. So now I'm readjusting. Now I'm readjusting to make sure that okay. So Cam Ward, I definitely want. So he's going to be there. But what if a Marion Hampton slips? So now I'm staring at a queue that had 2 running backs back to back. So now I'm saying to myself, wait a minute. So if he does take Cam Ward, I don't want 2 running backs back to back. So then that's why I put Tet in. So what happened? It went Genty, it went Marion Hampton. I got Cam Ward. Tet McMillan is the 4th guy in the queue. So I did not get the running back. But I got Tet. I'm okay with Tet. I'm gonna learn to appreciate his talents.
Yeah.
As wide receiver 1. And what should we do here at the 303? Should we go with Shadori? We got Dylan Sampson.
You already have a quarterback, right? So what are the running backs you have they can pick from?
No, man. No one good.
This is the
third round. Jadon Blue's there.
Scatterboo's your guy, right?
Scatterboo's off the board.
Oh, is he?
Pretty sure. Yeah, Scatterboo's off the board. 2.4.
To Jadon Blue.
This early?
The 3rd round? How many rounds is this rookie draft?
4. Yeah. Let's go Jadon Blue. There's no way he'll make it out of this round anyway. Yeah, let's get it on screen for everybody to see. Everybody, come on. We're not going to know what to do with ourselves when the season starts. Not even the season. We're not even going to know what to do with ourselves in July. Jadon Blue, ladies and gentlemen. All right, on that note.
So you went Cam Ward, Matthew Golden, and then.
No.
That's what it says on your thing.
Where? Cam Ward.
Right.
Tet. Well, you can't. I don't know if you could see because of trades. Do you see these guys? Yeah, see Soldier.
Oh, okay.
That's not. Yeah, no. That's bear down. That's him.
Okay.
Soldier, and Soldier here, a Mecca. I tried to trade with Jashandri for like 4 hours, just like Howie tried to do it with Jihad. I tried to trade with this dude for 4 hours so I could get Caleb. And he didn't draft Caleb. That's not his pick. His pick was Warren. He spent 4 hours for Tyler Warren.
Wow.
Well, not he spent more than that. 4 hours of negotiating with me, but the other 4 just on the clock. Yeah, I wasn't really happy with that. And I made him fair offers too. Very fair. Very fair deals. Nothing outrageous. All right, what else? So we got those rankings out of the way. Well, some of them there's some big movements on some of these guys. Maybe just went obviously Tyler Shook is big movement. Will Howard is being drafted much higher now.
Really?
Yeah. He's coming in at 35, QB6. He's being drafted. Again, under the assumption that, okay, fine, he may not start this year.
Who's
but there's
the
a
quarterbacks that the person that drafted him have? Or you don't know?
no.
It's the ranking. Okay.
These are the rankings. He'll probably get selected in this league too. I mean, like, just based off of that information, just based off of this. Jack Bash, Tyler Ferguson, Jadon Blue. Where are the players here? Quarterbacks. Shadori, Dylan Gable, Quinn Ewers, Will Howard. So yeah, he may not. He could very well get selected. Wouldn't be out of the question. Would not be out of the question. All right, yeah. So that's it for the rankings. The NFL did release a few games. The Jets are in London for Week 6.
The Rams are in Jackson, or Rams and Jackson are in London too.
Versus
October.
The Jets are playing the Broncos. They released a doubleheader on December 20th. It's the Bears-Packers. Okay. And who's the other divisional? Oh, Eagles-Redskins. Is that December 20th or... No, it's either December 20th or it's week 16, week 17. Week 16. Both could be true.
Yeah.
It's either week 16 and or same thing, December 20th. So, yeah, we got that. We got the Eagles kicking the season off against the Cowboys. Yeah, the rest of it will be released tomorrow and Wednesday. We will be back, Rhino. Tomorrow, we'll get into the AFC East. All the teams, how they improved, their draft picks, their free agents, fantasy players, and their outlook, all that good stuff. Thursday, if not Thursday, folks, Friday.
Yep.
We'll do another rookie mock. Is there anything else? Let's score in this game. We'll probably lose it.
And we got possibly a couple guests coming up here. I'm just waiting on confirmation. So just be on the lookout and looking forward to if it works out, then it's gonna be nice.
It's always nice.
Yep.
Down by 9. 10-minute mark in the third quarter. All right. Rhino. Good stuff.
Brother. Good stuff, man.
All right, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow.